September 28, 2021, I was arrested for domestic violence for spanking my 4-year-old daughter for not listening to me at the courthouse after I sat her down and told her to not act up at the courthouse. Well, after I had told her to sit down and I had seen that she had locked the door to the courthouse, the security guard came in and told me I need to do something with her. I need to do something with her. I need to do something with her. So I packed up all my things and I was going to go spank her when I got out to the car. When we got out to the car, I was hustling to get out to the car because I was going to spank Evie. I was upset. And I wasn't paying attention to anybody around me because I didn't care. I knew that my daughter deserved a whipping. I don't spank my kids like that. Someone told me that something needed to be done with her, and I agreed, but I wasn't going to spank her in front of him because I was not going to give him the satisfaction of seeing me spank my daughter because people are sick in the head, and I know they like to see stuff like that. So right before we got to the car, Evie sat on the ground and asked me, I said, Evie, you're getting a spanking. Evie sat on the ground and said, Mom, don't spank me. So I pulled her up by her arms and took her to the car. I took her to the car, had her put both hands on the car, and then I spanked her like 4 or 5 times on the butt. Then I put her in her car seat. Then I came around the car and I put my baby in the car seat and I went to go pull off. When I went to go pull off, Dennis Woodward stood behind my car and kept me from leaving. I asked him why he was keeping me from leaving, and he asked me why I spanked her. I ignored him because I don't owe you an explanation as to why I'm spanking my daughter. You are nobody to make me answer to you. I don't have to owe you an explanation. He got mad that I did not give him an explanation as to why I spanked my daughter, and he waved down the police, and the police did not stop. Nobody seen me spank my daughter but Dennis. And Dennis lied and exaggerated what he seen. Oh my God. So because I didn't tell Dennis why I spanked my daughter, he exaggerated what he's seen because I did not give in to the white man, as a black woman and tell him what I was doing. So Dennis waved down the police. So I was like, okay, I waited for the police because I knew I didn't do anything wrong. And I let the police come. I sat and waited for the police. And then when the police came, they took Dennis's word for it. And my daughter, I asked my daughter, did I hit you? And Evie did not answer. And they told me to calm down because I was upset. But they were getting smart with me. So I was getting smart back, and I calmed down, and they acted like I didn't calm down, and they charged me with the domestic violence. And I said, these charges aren't going to stick because I didn't hit her, and the cameras are right there. They said, I don't care. I arrest people all the time that the charges don't stick. Mind you, the only thing I did was spank my daughter, and it's not against the law in Illinois to spank your kids. So I did what any mother would do, and I told them the truth. I said, yes, I whooped her ass, and I said it just like that because back then I talked like that. I didn't think to say, oh, I spanked her. I said, yes, I whooped her ass, and that's how I said it. And they judged me for it and charged me with a felony for saying I whooped her ass instead of saying I spanked her. Not because I whooped her ass, but because I spanked her. She had no marks on her and no bruises, and they still charged me with a felony and took my kids for 7 days. I sat in jail for this for like 4 days, and my daughter had no marks and bruises on her just because the officer was mad because me and him got in an argument. Fast forward to me getting a lawyer. God told me to get a lawyer, and I did not listen to him because I did not have money like that, in my opinion, and I had a lot of fines and stuff. So I got a public defender, and my public defender didn't even believe me. And even if she did not fight for me, and I don't think she believed me. And she said, well, her and the secretaries were like, well, nobody's going to believe what you say because he's a lawyer and he's going to say that you hit her. Even though I didn't hit her and it wasn't on camera me hitting her. Nowhere on camera did I ever hit her. And that's how fast I spanked her. And they never showed me the camera footage of me spanking her. They just showed me putting her in the car and then me putting the other baby in the car. And they said, oh, well, when you go off camera, he's going to say that's when you hit her. And that's exactly why I took the plea. Because they made me feel like I had no choice but to take it because he lied and they knew he was going to lie. And Dennis better repent and think that he's getting away with it, because he's not, because I'm going to keep bringing it to people's attention. Because this is my baby right here that day, and she looked exactly the same afterwards. And I gave her a $2,000 birthday a week later. Fast forward to after I took the plea. I took a plea for like a regular battery while I was trying to be a CNA, and I was going to school to be a CNA. And they ruined my life because I went to the courthouse that day because I was trying to get money because I had been owed back pay about $14,000 that unemployment owed me. And they told me to come there to file a small claim. And I never got that money because they arrested me that day. And I was down to the timeline that I could get the money. And I'm going to get that money because God's going to vindicate me, and I'm going to get justice, and all these people are going to owe me money. Every last one of them is going to end up paying me in the end. Watch. Because I got my daughters on my side and God on my side. And the truth. And the truth's going to bring them pain. I took a plea because I thought this would go away. And then a year later, I got charged with another charge. I never got charged with anything. I got accused of putting a bruise on my daughter's arm. I got accused of putting a bruise on my daughter's arm. And it was from the IV and that cast on her arm. And they blamed me for it. And because of that, because I already had an open case, they took my kids. Now you know. And a bunch of lies took my kids. Because they lied and said I didn't calm down. They lied and said that. They didn't even tell them that Isla said that she hid the key to my car. Like, they made it look like I just went crazy for nothing. And I didn't even go crazy. I just got a little upset. And they brought me a lot of pain, and they think they're getting away with it, and they're not.